Okay, so welcome to DOREEN'S African Experiences. Since this live is not going to be on for long, I want to first of all send my condolences to the family of Rebecca and David. May God strengthen you, and may your, parents, may both their souls rest in peace. And I'm sorry, I'm going to use their story to teach, but it is a necessary topic. As I teach you this today, if you're watching me, I hope you learn something. I know most of you are going to say I'm preaching a negative topic today, but I need you to understand that what I'm going to teach you today is life. I know most times I come here and I'm a bit goofy and unserious, but today I'm very serious. If you left your home country, if you left your home, even if you were still home, this is information you need. This right here. This is mostly applicable to people that have families in Africa, or the people that are African or Western, like Asian. I don't know much about how the Asian community operates, but I know exactly how the African community operates. So there is a couple that was living in Switzerland, the Ugandan couple. These people worked in Switzerland for over 30 years. I think 30, if I'm not mistaken. They were building home. They were trying to establish themselves back home. Believe it or not, leaving your country is not a choice most people are willing to make. And those that make it are not making it out of fun. They're not doing it for fun. Most of them are doing it because they have dreams to achieve. They're trying to establish themselves back home. So I am 100% sure David and Rebecca went to stay or live in Switzerland to look for money and try to uplift and establish their family where they were coming from. Now, I think they returned to Uganda not 3 weeks shy, I think. It's not even long, probably a week now. And they were brutally murdered. I want you to learn something from this. When you leave your home, world, your country, and you go, I'm speaking for most African communities. Everybody back home is going to assume you're very rich, number one. Number two, in the process of going, wherever you're going, if you didn't have anybody to give you a hand from the family, at the end of the day, the family is going to be very, very, very expectant that you're supposed, it's your job and responsibility to take your other siblings or your relatives or anybody that they think should be taken. At the end of the day, I want you to know that this is not your responsibility. Do as you choose, especially when nobody gave you a hand when you are going, wherever you went. Do as you feel like doing. Do not let the pressure overwhelm you. Number two, the family is going to expect that you're well off as soon as you reach. Now, contrary, I need you to understand that some of this is poorly spread misconceptions. When most of the people, the problem is the first people that left Africa to go to the Western world, I think up to now, most of them, they didn't want to tell their relatives back home what they were really going through. All they do, because it was a post-colonialism effect, you know, the Western world needed cheap labor and strength. So, of course, they were giving out visas back in the day, easy, you know, until they didn't need African people anymore. So they started tightening things here and there, and they made it hard to get in, you know. But they always spread and taught African people that the Western world is the dreamland, land of the dream, land of the free, all these things. So it was so hard for the first African people that went there. I think even some of them that are still going there, especially if you're the first person to go in your family. It was so hard for them to call home and tell them, yo, 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 this is not the land that was promised. This is not the land of the free. This is not, it's not what they taught us, you know. That's why you see a lot of people that went, let's say, to the US, they become very, very broken because they expected something else and then they got something else. The level of racism, you don't understand what it means to grow up in a world and a country where nobody is racist towards you. You don't even know what racism is, and then you're picked up as an adult and put into a community, a country, a world where just by the color of your skin, someone doesn't like you just because you don't look the way they want you to look. You don't talk the way they want you to talk, you know? And this is the type of racism African people experience. They experience it even from themselves, you know, because majority of some African people are not 100% black, they are colored, you know. So some of those are also segregated or discriminated against. Hi, Tong. Now, understand this. I need you to follow this story. Don't jump in the middle of it. If there is something you don't understand, ask. So, you're in a land that was allegedly supposed to be the land of the free, the land of dreams coming true and everything. And now you're discovering it's not true. People you left back home have so many expectations, so much hope. Let me tell you something. These things are just changing. But back in the day, I remember growing up, there is African people to this day who will go and have sex. Yes, they will go and have sex. In the minds, they've planned that I have a relative who is in the States, who is in the UK, who is in Sweden, that is supposed to pay medical bills, school fees, everything, food for this child. They intentionally go, have kids they know they can't take care of, and they come and put that burden on you. It is a mindset that has been there for generations. I wouldn't even call it entitlement. It is something that they've seen, they've known, they were born knowing. Even if you're not out there, even if you're right here, but you've managed to do well for yourself, or even a little bit of well, it doesn't matter what the percentage is. There is African people in your family that will think it is your responsibility to take care of their children. Yes. And for them, they'll be like, I'm not doing well. The other person is richer than me, so they should help me. This person is not even struggling or trying to do better for themselves. They are simply giving up because you exist. And they will hate you for refusing to help them. And they'll do everything. They'll gang up on you. They'll bewitch you. There are African people I know that left Africa that have access to money but have nothing to their name. Because the last time this person came, I'm not saying this is true or whatever, but I know people. This person has bright ideas. They have things they want to achieve. But every time this person is trying to do something for themselves, the whole idea of witchcraft kicks in and they can't achieve. I know people, they'll come in contact with big money, a lot of money that you think this person should own some shit, but this person owns absolutely nothing because the last time they came to Africa or to Asia, wherever they went, somebody felt the need to bewitch them, you know? They only want you to focus and take care of them and their families. So I believe what happened to this couple was they were sending money home, right? They were taking care of a lot of people in their family. And they were loved. You know, the fake love that you get from your family. Actually, I advise this all the time. I tell people, You don't need your family. Create your own family. Create a people that you have picked and selected, tried and tested over time, and make these people your family. Because trust me, these people will treat you better than your own family. They will. If you are lucky enough to meet the right people in this world, they'll treat you better than your own family. I don't care if it's your brother, your sister, even your own children. I'm just saying, the myths and misconceptions that family is supposed to be there for you, supposed to take, family will be the type of people that will harm you the most. The most. I know some of you that are building houses in Africa or Asia, wherever, if you're building a house, the moment a family member steps foot in that house, no, I'm going too far. You will send them money to help you with the smallest of tasks, and they will use that money for the wrong stuff. Yes, trust me. Even friends will do that. At the end of the day, if you're not on ground to do something for yourself, and you don't have people you trust that most times are not family, leave it alone. Leave it. You are setting yourself up for pain. I know the world has gone mad that even your friends will take advantage and do you wrong, but trust me, that friend or that fake friend of yours will take a minute before they do something wrong to you. They'll think, they'll fear, there'll be repercussions. They will do, maybe they will not do to perfection, but they will do. But your family will not even lift a finger to do. In fact, these are the same people that will find you with property. You've hustled and toiled to get it, and they will bewitch you to your last nerve until you lose everything. Just because they feel you don't deserve it. Trust me, they'll do it. They'll do it. You know, I'm not saying the friends you make are any better. Yo ho, Babon stream. Yo, I actually really just don't care, man. All I'm saying, I need you to understand. I need you to understand that as a people, life is going to be hard for you as an African. The moment you step out to make money, if you're not smart on who is supposed to help you or receive that money, people are killing people, man. Imagine someone spends 30 years hustling. 30, do you know what 30 years is? And somehow this couple returned to go and retire. They wanted to retire back home. Probably they had some savings and they are confident that this will help us, because I think the guy was 69 years and the lady was 65, 66. You know, they were attacked and brutally dismembered. Yeah, my God. I feel like at that point you just poison them. But come on, someone coming with machetes to hack you to death, that's personal. That's personal, you know? Maybe somebody had already told these people, or somebody that they thought this house was theirs. Yo, you be there. I see some people, I know people in this country, I don't know about other countries, I know people in this country who have these so-called fake friends around them, right? Somebody will come to your site, your construction site, do a couple things here and there, and then they'll say, yeah, this is my house. Just go. Yo, the world is mad. People will kill you. I know someone in person. I know somebody, and I know for sure that person that somebody is surrounded with is going to kill that person. It's just a matter of time. I've been seeing it. I've been expecting it for some good years. When you won, when you want somebody and this other person says that like, this person told this person that I told them that the not the non-owner of the house is not good for them. Like, you need to stay away from that person. That person's intentions are crazy. The person I snitched on said that I only snitched on that person because I'm jealous that they have a better friendship together. I'm like, okay, okay. For you people, you don't understand. You don't know how many people's stories I get to listen to, people's experiences. Experiences are so ugly, man. Family, I'm not a fan. I have never been a fan of families. Never. Actually, I've come to realize, you know why the white society is a little bit more stable? Do you know why? Because majority of the white society is not family oriented. They are not. Whites are the only people that I know that don't have extended families. Like, it is so rare that you'll find an African telling you that they are the last surviving soul in their entire family. Like, what? It's impossible. It is so impossible. It is so impossible. Most of those people, when you do more research about them, you find out that they're either adopted or they don't have their family roots. They don't know a lot about where they really come from. In Africa, you can never be the last surviving relative of yours. I think that's why that's why we hurt each other so much, because we feel like there is many people to go around. We have so much family. Imagine some relative you've never met, you don't even know them, just because they are somehow related to you, they are now suddenly entitled. You hear people talking about wealth. Oh, I'm rich, I have this, I have that. But when you do research, you find out that that belongs to somebody they've never even met, just because they are relatives. I need to wash my hair. I just unplaited my hair. I know yesterday I came on here a bit crazy, but you all should be used to me by now. I have my moments. Don't take me too seriously about certain things. But I need you to understand that this family, man, it was so sad. It was really, really, really sad. I had more to say. But it was pointless to even say it at this point. I need you to understand, and I need you to know that the world is a dangerous place. Very dangerous. If you're not careful enough, you can easily lose your life over some nonsense. Imagine you spend all your life, your life savings building something, and then to go stay there and somebody decides that, yeah, you don't deserve it, they kill you for it. Well knowing that there is no backup or defense or anything like that. You're gone, you're gone. That's it. It's a harsh reality, but be careful the people you build with, the people you're dealing with, because, hi Vivian, because people are always going to be quick to take you out. Trust me, they're going to be quick to take you out. Find ways of protecting yourself. I'm not saying that, oh, walk around thinking people are evil, but trust me, protect yourself to a point that people will do anything to you. Anything, especially if you're not there. I mean, they know you don't have a lot of roots where you are. You don't have a lot of security, because damn, some things are just brutal. They really are. You take care of yourselves. And then now we have another person in Uganda. What's his name? Don Chris. Man, these people, I'm starting to believe that my country people are so gullible. This man came with a fraud story. He told people in my country, you have to understand that people in my country still have this mentality that, oh, the way out of poverty is by selling everything you have or and going to Europe or the US, start afresh. So over the years, so many people have made so much money out of this stuff. Someone will come, you know, imagine you don't even want to apply your own visa. So someone comes to you, they have a relative out or they've managed to make it out, they come and start telling you how they can help you go to these countries. And then my country people are coughing serious money. Oh my God, I can help you get a visa to Canada, the US, I can help you get a visa to the fucking what, and people are paying serious money for this. Yeah, they don't even know what's going on in the world, they're just paying. So they are being scammed. So this guy scammed a lot of people, alleging that he can take them to Germany. This man himself has never set foot in Germany. So how how is somebody that's never been to a country convincing you they can take you? Like how? So this man was paid a lot of money, right? They gave him money, lots and lots of money. So, and some of this money is not even worth the ticket. Like how are you? My God. Some people can't even research. They just took the information that was given to them as facts. No research, no background checks, nothing. And now this guy, after robbing multiple people, his scam came to an end. After him finding out, he immediately picked up a flight. I think he's in Dubai. I'm not sure. Nobody really knows where he is. He ran out of the country and now he wakes up every day to make lives on TikTok to abuse the people he robbed. Can you imagine? He is abusing them one by one. Abusing them, abusing those who are coming out to fight for them. Like, yo, this country is just a fucking joke, you know? But I need my country people to understand that you can also leave, but you can do your own research, man. All these embassies have websites. Call them, go to them, you know? Get your research in order. Stop relying on so-called companies to do anything for you. I don't even know how to convince you to do that, but just try, you know? You don't need these people to do anything for you. I think I have some of the most healthy hair, man. My hair is so healthy, you know? I remember somebody telling me how they don't like it when a black woman has their natural hair out. What am I supposed to do, right? You're telling me you only want to look at long hair. I don't have long hair. My hair is this. This is like, if I wash it and comb it, it can get longer, but it will only stop like here. My hair is not that long. But at least it's very healthy. Yeah, but how do you tell that to somebody, comfortably? Like, yo, if you want long white people hair, go get you a white girl. There's plenty of them to go around. Yeah, don't come to me telling me that nonsense. Anyway, man, it is sad. Like, it's really, really sad. And the suspects, obviously, it's family. And what's even worse, these people threw a party the day before they were killed, and they invited their family members. Like, yo, you're inviting people that don't like you to a party to show them why. I've come back from Switzerland with all this money, my big house. Like, come on, this part, no, what you think they should celebrate your return with you? My dear, they are loathing every moment of it. And if you've built a house and you feel like, oh, the house shouldn't be empty, hire a security person. Hire a security person from a security company. Let this person just be there to guard and protect the house. Do not let anybody into your house. Yeah? People are going to put medicine, witchcraft, and all that shit in your house. And by the time you come back, you find out you don't want to move into your own house. You start having nightmares as you end. This shit is real. I know most of you think, oh, it's just stories, African stories. Yeah, bet. You do it. You find yourself selling or even abandoning it. Your own sweat, your own hard work. You're over trusting these relatives of yours. The people that have grown up around you. Let me give you an example. I have a certain relative of mine, right? I used to think this guy was a good person. So when I was building my first house, I brought him on the job. He was the highest paid person. I made sure he's the highest paid, most comfortable and everything. This same person would go to my workers and tell them how they shouldn't do as I tell them because I'm too young to order them. But I'm the one that's paying them. So how am I too young to tell you what to do, but you want my money? Yeah? You feel like someone older should be telling you what to do. Not me, but you want my money. Yo, I suffered. And I only found out about this later, you know? And the only reason I even found out because I was paying my guys so well and treating them so well. So they told me. And then one time I heard it with my own eyes. I heard it with my own ears, not eyes. I saw it and I heard it, you know? I think we're pouring concrete in this house and he was like, it's dark. Don't get more water. Let her pay you again tomorrow to finish this small job because why are we doing it at this time? It's getting dark. This world. The one person who is supposed to have motivated people to stay up, like, yo, let's get this work done, let's keep pushing. I suffered on that construction. I would wake up at 5 to move sand. Imagine, because the place where I had just made the road, the trucks couldn't reach that place. I would wake up at 5 after sleeping in a random lodge, we call them lodges here, motel. I'm sleeping on a very uncomfortable bed. Side by side, people are having sex. I'm there, yeah, I'm barely sleeping. And there is this very loud music in the place. I'm scared as hell. I'm barely sleeping. I wake up at 5 in the morning to come and chunk sand and move it so that the workers have no excuses. They have to work, you know? By the way, that I'll never forgive that man. And then someone shows up after the whole project is done and he tells you how you're not the right fit, the right woman to live with him under the same roof in a house where you went through shit like that. If you never see me, by the way, there are things you go through in life and you have no choice but to agree that that broke you. That broke you. But I'm not wishing death on anybody, but if there is a God out there, I look forward to the punishment this person will receive in life. Because, yo, you know, you're trustworthy, honest, and the way you're repaid. But also some of you people, I'm not justifying what some of these people are doing on ground when you send them money to assist you with your projects. But are you treating these people with respect? Are you treating these people with kindness? Because some of you, you send someone, you're out there, yeah, you're in the US, talking to your relatives in Africa as if they are peasants with nothing to do. Yeah? Ordering them around. You won't even sit to discuss with them or anything. You're just shouting and ordering them around and threatening them. Yeah? And after all this, you come and these people assassinate you. And you're like, oh, Africans are so bad. The people, families are bad. So as you point the finger towards the people and what they're doing to you, look inside yourself. Yeah? Look within. How am I treating these people, you know? Because there is an African saying, there is no smoke without fire. I know some people are just wicked, yeah? Some people are just wicked. You know this relative of yours is wicked. You know someone took advantage of you and stole your hard-earned money, literally stole it because that was not the purpose or use for it. But you're still going around this person smiling, yeah, acting like all is forgotten. Hey, when someone does certain things to you, I need you to understand and respect the distance that should be created there. Yeah. Some of you, you're not good people. You're not good. Yeah. You're not good. You're mentally and emotionally abusing your relatives just because you have more money than them and you're doing better than them. Some of you are mentally, you're disrespectful, you're abusive towards these people. So when someone continuously and they do your bidding, don't expect a big hug from this person. You know very well what you're doing. So this is a double-edged sword. Eh? As you're pointing at me, it is also pointing at you. So as you lean forward to stab me, you might end up stabbing yourself or cutting yourself in the process. All I'm saying is let's treat each other with kindness. But what was done to this couple, there is no excuse for it. You know, come on, someone can't be hustling for all those years. You know, they come back to retire, and for you go and murder them. Come on. I learned the hard way. For you, if you're a person in a home in Africa or in Asia, and you're watching this, and you have a relative who is abusive towards you, you know, someone who is ordering you about or anything, learn to say no. You know, instead of getting to points of certain levels of anger, leave people alone. Tell this relative of yours, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to help you. I know you wanted to pay me or what, but the way you communicate and talk to me is not good. You know, to avoid putting yourself in certain positions, because some of you are not highly tolerant. You don't know how to tolerate pain. You don't know how to tolerate anger. I'm telling you, a lot is going on, but whatever is going on is not good. People can't keep killing each other. Because again, I know the Ugandan system, security system is useless. But eventually, if you're the one who committed that crime, they will find you. They'll find you. I don't think you have the money to bribe your way out of jail for all those years. Yeah. This week, I ended up going to Butabika this week. Butabika is a place for mad people. Yeah. I had something to do there. I want you to understand and I want you to know, you people. This world, you can never, no one harvests this world, this life. Life is, you come, you live for some time, you go. Some things are just not worth it. They're not worth it. You know? Let things go. Let people be. Yeah, don't end a life. You know, as you end a life, you're also going to die at some point. And you might even die sooner than you hoped. You might be here thinking you have a long life ahead of you. No one in this world should have that type of power to take a life. Come on. I know we can be evil, do things, do this, do that, but do not take a life. Eh? Don't take a life. Don't take a life. It is the worst thing you can ever do. You see, you can commit all sorts of crimes in this world, but taking a life, ending it, intentionally ending someone's existence, is the worst thing you can do. But that is also something, it lives with you forever. You know? Forever you're stuck. You know, for you, you might feel like, oh, you've done this many times. You know, one time somebody in security was telling me a while ago, they told me, when you're in these roads, look out for yourself. Stop over-assuming the person behind the wheel is seeing you. I said, why? But they should be seeing me. I say, this gentleman told me, when you have been to war and you have your first kill, it is easy to do a second one. And so on and so forth. If you've done enough kills during war, it becomes normal. It becomes part of you. In fact, some even get addicted. And that's how serial killers are born. You know? Hold on. Some get addicted and they start committing atrocities. I said, but how is this connected to people on the road? This man told me, when you're driving and you knock dead a person for your first time, you will be traumatized, you'll be stressed out, but you'll not be arrested. No, not in this country. Especially if most people do hit and runs. You won't. But if you do it the second time, you will not, you'll be feeling bad, but you will not be traumatized, or you feel pain like, oh, sorry. Hey, that's life. You see? Some have even justified these things by saying it was their time. That is the person's fate. This person was designed to die like this. Yeah, where are you getting these theories? This is now this person's second kill. The third time, this person, because they have come to conclude that every time I knock someone, I'm not arrested, I just hit and run and life goes on. This person normalizes this. This is why I've ever witnessed an accident years, almost 4 years ago. A person knocked somebody. The person they knocked didn't die. The person who knocked wheeled back to come and finish the job. Hi, Red. So this person's intention was not to kill this person at the beginning. But because they've done it so many times, they know what happens when you knock someone and they don't. You have to medicate them, pay their bills, do this, do that. And they've calculated in their head that they cannot deal with this. This is the man's explanation. It's like, I don't have the type of money to do this. Let me just kill this person and be done with it. In fact, he even concluded, he later, when they caught him, he later said, wasn't this person moving too? Imagine, with such arrogance. This person, chances are high, this was not this person's first kill. They've done it before, not once, not twice, because there was no remorse. And if a person does it continuously for such a long time, it becomes normal. It is normalized. So the security guy later said, now you understand why I tell you, when you're on the road, focus on yourself. Don't worry what somebody else is doing. Focus on your own lane. Stay in your lane. Focus. Don't be looking around. Don't be doing anything on your phone. Just focus. Because the other person, you don't know the other person's history. In UG, people tend to not help when someone gets an accident. Yes. I also... I've been having interesting conversations recently. I asked about this, you find someone, because now we have certain roads that are kills, where these people are getting murdered. When you find someone on the road, they've been knocked dead or half dead. Some of them have actually not been knocked. You're literally in their hours of theft. Now, this is the first example. You will be in a certain point on Northern Bypass. You think someone has been knocked, when actually these are thieves. Someone will come, will lay at a certain point, not too much in the road, but near, where you probably believe this person has been knocked. So you who is driving, you see a person, they pour ketchup on the road, yeah? And this person's clothes are all torn up. So you're like, oh my God, they've knocked someone. So you pull up to the sidewalk to help. This person that you've come to help, they wait for you to get out of the car and they grab you. And chances are high they are going to kill you. Yes, these things are happening. They are going to kill you. The other thing they expect you to do is not to stop, but they expect you to slow down. So when you're on this road, Obviously, when you see like someone has been killed on the side, you slow down. You might slow down. When you slow down, there are thieves waiting at certain angles. They will throw pavers through your windshield. Yes, they're doing this stuff. So he was teaching me all this. They throw pavers through your windshield and you get hit. They'll make sure they have serious target. They'll make sure you're hit. When you're hit, you destabilize. You have no choice but to either park or drive off road. If that paver does not kill you, it will harm you enough for them to steal or take the car, or even steal whatever you have. The other scenario is indeed it is an accident. Someone has been knocked, they are half dead. When you stop to take this person to the hospital, there are people who will wake up out of this trauma because this person does not know who knocked them. They will say it is you. Yes. They will say it is you. You're the one who knocked them. The person you helped will say, Onalabika yankonye, or I suspect this person knocked me. Police will detain you because there is no hospital that is going to work on an accident victim without, especially if the victim identifies you as the one who knocked him or her. Others, the person might die in your car. How are you going to explain? So I was advised in cases like that, even if it's fake, like a fake accident, when you see it, keep driving steady. Drive to the next police station. If you really want to help, drive. There is so many police stations, stops. Drive there, tell them, there is someone at this point who has been knocked. The police stations have ambulances on standby, or they do have ambulances they can call. So they will call help for you. If you have ambulances, you know for sure you can call. I was driving from Kenya to UG. I got an accident around Busia and my car crashed. People whom I thought they will help started stealing. Yes. Let me tell you, when an accident happens, if somebody does not know who to call, my dear, you'll die. It is so easy to die in this country. You will die of things that can be prevented. Easy, easy, easy. And let me tell you, I was very sick on Friday. It must have been like around midnight. I was so sick. I was shaking. And I bit my tongue this way. I still have a big wound in my mouth on the sides, inside. I was so sick. I had been sick throughout the day, but I didn't think it was serious like that. You know, I'm still sick even now, but I'm better now. I started trembling out of the blue. I was shaking and trembling. I didn't know what was going on. I was convulsions, like, what the fuck? Am I dying? I was actually, I sure as hell was dying. So, somebody, right? I wasn't really alone like that. So I'm surrounded. I have neighbors and stuff, but I also had somebody. So my friend, she literally had to call someone for me, you know? Looked through my phone quick and called somebody. And trust and believe, in this country, you can die, man. If I didn't have any cash or nothing on me at that time, I was not going to be tested. I had no veins, nothing. They couldn't find anything to administer anything, you know? Now, imagine, I didn't even have, like, I had some cash on me, yes. You know, I had a bit of support. I had this, I had that, but trust me. Now, these people that robbed Red, man, sorry about that. That's fucked up. But yeah, a lot of people get robbed when they get accidents. Actually, most of these second-hand clothing, I didn't even know it, but I found out about this later. In this country, there are people who know where accidents happen. They wait for them. They wait. They are waiting. They know where, because we have specific blind spots in this country where people know on this road there are accidents. So there are people who wait, especially on Fridays and weekends. They go there and wait. So when the accident happens, it's not even a planned accident, but I don't know why accidents happen in specific places in this country. There are people waiting to undress you. They're removing your shoes. They're taking off your clothes. They are checking in your bag and taking stuff. Yo, by the time help comes, if it comes, most people don't even have shoes. Someone wakes up and then they're like, oh, maybe their shoes got lost in the accident, or maybe what. Me, yo, and then someone takes them, even if they're stained with blood, someone will take it, wash it, dry it, and put it in their business to sell. You're there. For you think they're stealing for their own consumption. They're stealing to put in their businesses as capital. This country, yo, it's mad. Michael says, does it need you to first put someone in your car to count as help, pick someone? No, 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 no. I've already told you what I was advised to do. Don't put anybody in your car. Drive towards the nearest police station and tell them. If possible, you can even go back and show them. Okay? Because when a car knocks somebody, it is visibly seen. But for you, you're simply reporting something that you've seen. Okay? So, you know, go to the nearest police station and tell them what you've seen and where. That's the police's job. If the police cares enough, they will go. If they don't, that's why it is so risky in this country to move at night in certain places. It is risky because you will die. Yes, you will die. I'm not even scaring you. I'm just telling you the truth. Man, early morning at 3, that's crazy. But Busia is a very busy place. At 3, people are sleeping. Ah. Oh my God. That's it, man. Back to those of you who are sending money home. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm just hoping you understand. But I know most of you, because you've had these experiences already, so you've devised means and solutions. You know what to do, you know? You know what to do. You know how to maneuver. But at the end of that day, if you need to block some of your family members, block them. You're not, these things people used to tell us, well, you're now blocking and ignoring your relatives who will bury you when you're dead. Yo, I've nearly died like 5 times in my life. Did I hear someone knocking? I don't think anyone is here. Oh, what was I saying? Nearly died. Yeah, like 5 times. And I don't remember any of my, okay, yes, my mother, of course. But besides my mother, I don't remember any of my relatives coming through for me that, oh, she's almost dying. Oh my God, let's help her. No. So, no, I'll continue having everyone blocked for my own peace of mind. Yeah, I'm tired of all this stress, you know, the pressure. Nah, it's too much. It's too much. And some of these African parents, yeah, they will birth many kids they know they can't handle. And then their oldest child tries to have a small source of income. And suddenly now they want this child to be the one to take care of these other siblings. Like, yo, you're my sister. I'm not responsible for you 100%. I can only do the best I can. And then the parents guilt trap their children. We educated you. You're making money, but you're not helping your siblings. Hey, you know what? Maybe God knew what type of child I would be, because there are some things no one can tell me, and no one has ever attempted to tell me certain things. Like, are you crazy? I always tell them. I mean, I used to tell them. I said, do you know why I'm not opening my legs to go and have children? That should tell you something. It should tell you something, that I'm not ready for certain responsibilities. So, which means even from you, my siblings, I'm not ready. If I wanted these responsibilities, I would easily go and have children. You think I'm barren or what? I can have children. I can easily, cause in fact, I'm too fertile. I even have genes of twins. Imagine the first time I went pregnant, I went pregnant for twins, even though I had that miscarriage. Yeah. Now me who has strongest genes, I'm not out here spreading my legs, but you've gone to spread your legs and you want me to be responsible for these children of yours. No. See, I can only do emergency things, but I'm not doing long life commitment things of children things. Who is that one laughing? Relatives are real enemies, of course. This one is known. And for me, from experience, I've come to realize that relatives are enemies of yours because most of them are shocked you have become the person you are, or you have achieved any type of success that they think you have. Even though for you, you feel like you haven't achieved. There are people there in your family who look at you and say, you have achieved. Yeah, they didn't expect you to go this far and you have. So they hate you for it. They hate you for surpassing what their limited mind thought you should be. They hate you. They hate you. They can't wait for the day they hear bad news about you. Yeah, that's why some of them keep calling to check on you. Are you okay? How are you? When you say I'm not fine, they say, oh, what's wrong? Tell us. Avoid people who ask to know your problems when they have no solutions. In fact, this is something I've become well aware of. There are people in your life who only want to hear that you're not okay. They will never give you a solution. Never. They will never support you. Never, 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 never. Even if they hear that you have a business that is so cheap, they will skip you and go to very expensive strangers. So avoid telling people who have no solutions your problems. Unless this person is your friend and that's your type of friendship, you share, you speak to each other, you comfort each other. But majority of this the world, the people, oh, I know sometimes I can come here and I make lives where I'm a bit down, I'm sad and all, because it's a coping mechanism for me. But never misunderstand. How do they say the English? Never mistake that for weakness, because I am the farthest thing from weak. I have never been weak a day in my life. Never. I'm the type of person that will be feeling sad right now, and a few minutes later, I'm all good. I'm all good. I'm good. Very good. Yeah. For me, the only enemies I know are relatives. That's true. Relatives. Do you know that even as a relationship, you can date your actual enemy? Like, this is common for women. As a woman, you can be there and you're dating a man who hates you. He won't leave you alone, but he hates you. He hates the fact that you've achieved more than him, you're doing better than him, or in any capacity. Do you know that? Eh, Even for men, it is rare that women hate men for being successful. It is rare because ideally, mentally, we have it that men are designed maybe to be great or something and be successful. So that's why we never really shocked that, oh, this guy is doing well in life, he has this, he's achieved. No, we don't. But men have mentally been raised to believe that women are not supposed to be a certain level of successful. So you'll be there married to somebody who you're doing better than, and that person will hate you for it. They will be your husband, be with you in your life, but they hate it. They hate you for it. In fact, if the chance ever came that they do better than you, they will mistreat you just to remind you that they are more superior to you, just because they somehow now have achieved a bit more money than you. Yo, These things are very common, by the way. If you think they are not, you need to do your research. Constantly enemy, temporary enemy relatives, the static ones. That's true, that's true. When you meet a stranger, they can be your enemy today, and maybe you can cut them off, you know. Actually, out of sight is out of sight for me is out of mind. But for a relative, because come, you know, when you're related to someone, it's hard to shut them out, you know, because something will always remind you of them. That person will hate you forever. Yeah, now this couple was killed by someone they know. They were killed by someone they know, you know, because I didn't see it. They didn't report that there was breakings, you know, breaking in. It means somebody was there, someone, and it's not one person, because that man didn't look that old. The one who is the man of 69, he didn't look that old and frail. It means he could fight back, and they didn't strike me as a couple that slept in separate rooms. So for me, I'm quite sure these two were overwhelmed. The people that attacked them were many. It was not one or two people. Might have been maybe even four people, you know. Two attack this one and two attack that one. Or three attack this one and one attacks the other one. Because, man, that's crazy. What they did to that couple is mad. Imagine you spend over 30 years in a foreign land, you know, sourcing and putting money together to come and be home and retire and get away from all the racism and bullshit, and someone murders you within 2 days as you step in and move into your house. Yo, that's fucked up. That's really fucked. So be careful. You're there, your relatives are not happy. Most of your relatives are not happy you are where you are. And the saddest thing is they'll smile at you, prepare big meals for you as you return home, you know, come close to your children. But in their hearts, they're spitting venom, wishing you death to your family and you. And when something bad happens to you, they have nothing good to say. These are the people who will say, now they were showing off for what? Eh? Just because they were there in Europe, they thought they were better than us. This world. Meanwhile, these are the same people, when they have problems, your number, they'll call it non-stop. They'll call you and send you 100 messages. Help me, my child is dying. My children are not studying. Oh, I'm dying. Oh, life. And then after that, if you have children, they'll resent them. They'll act nice around them because you're there, but you die. If you want to know that they hated you, die. You try dying. Try dying and have your children surround them. You'll see. Because they know these children of yours. And you need to tell your children, you people who are having children in foreign lands, yeah? You're not telling your children the truth about your relatives. Some of these people don't like you. You know it. You have had bad experiences, but you're there telling your children, oh, my sister, I have my sister here, my brother here. Oh, you have some nieces and nephews. Your children, for them, this is not their world. They cannot contemplate that someone can be your sister and be so bad to you. You know, they don't know these things. They're growing up in a different world, you know, but you're faking. Now you've died, your children are there bringing these fake people into their lives. The next thing you hear, you'll be there under the ground, turning left, right, center. Tell your children the truth, you know. Don't teach them how to hate. Just tell them, my sister so and so is like this, is like this. We talk to her, we associate with her, but we keep her at a distance. Yeah? My brother, my mother. Some of you have very evil mothers. Yes. You want to please them constantly, but nothing you do is good enough. you know. Your fathers, self-entitled, they abandoned you, they didn't care for you. Somehow, because you made it out and you've made a name or done something for yourself, now they are entitled. And you want your children, suddenly your children are the favorite grandchildren. Oh, yeah. But tell your children the truth. Tell them that your relative so-and-so is not a good person. You know, tell them that you have a friend, a childhood friend, a longtime friend. Tell them, don't hate, but know the truth. Yeah. Understand that such is life in your absence, because you don't know how long you're going to be there. Hi, Christopher. Long time, you know. It's not good to hate. Hatred is so, it takes so much power out of people. Just let people know. My dad was good to them, but the moment he passed away, they showed us. Yes, yes. And your father didn't tell you. Your father didn't tell you. And because he didn't tell you, that is why it took you multiple bad experiences of your own to understand that, this person is not a good person. Sometimes you can save your children the pain, you know. You can save them the pain. Tell your children the truth. Stop. I've seen, there was a family of 4 that was poisoned. Imagine. I think they were staying, I don't know where they were. They were in Europe, I think. They came here to visit, not even to move back, to visit. Yeah? This one, because he saw they were welcoming him and his new family, he thought maybe bygones were bygones. No, bygones are never bygones. You can forgive, but never forget. Never forget. Because you don't know if this person that you're forgiving and forgetting has stopped being the way they were. Yeah. A leopard barely changes its stripes. People rarely change. They learn how to mask these behaviors. They learn how to cover up, and they learn to pretend and fake things, but they never truly change. Yeah. This man and his children, 4 of them, they were poisoned. They were poisoned. They didn't make it. So people are dying. It's not even a joke. People are dying. People are coming back home. They are dying. Yeah. For you, you're there, you're saying you've bought cheap land for $10,000. $10,000 is a lot of money to someone down here. Yeah. For you, you're like, oh my God, I've got cheap land. Oh my day. This is the best deal. Yes. Get that land and keep quiet. People are walking into these lands and, you know, they are putting medicines in these lands. Someone can own a piece of land and have 20 house plans and they will never build on that land because someone woke up, went and did all sorts of witchcraft on that land. Because you chose to show them the land. Yeah? You chose. Some of you have a habit. I want to build next to my family. I want to build where my relative is. Hey, hey. Who told you this relative of yours is so excited about you building next to them? Yeah? And now you're earning more than this person. You've gone, yeah, and built a huge ass house facing them. You people, some of you, I don't know if you're just innocent. I don't know if you're just a bit naive about some of your decisions. I don't know. But sometimes I need you to step out of your own shoes and look at things from a different perspective. Yeah. You're building next to someone who has a bungalow. You've put a storage building, big flat, big, looking at them. Yeah. And you're like, oh, let it face where my sister is, where my brother is. This is my brother. Let the house face there. You're not on ground. Eh? Every time your sister wakes up, you're the first thing that they see. Let me tell you, even if you are on such good terms, even if you're on such good terms, the terms might just sour. This person is reminded every day what they don't have. You realize that you can just have your house next to just a random rich person you don't know, and they have a huge, just nicer house than yours, and you're facing it, and every day you're reminded, I also want a house like that. Every day. You don't even hate this person, you don't know this person, but you already feel so inconvenienced naturally. You people. Love your families, love your relatives from a distance. Yes, from a distance. Learn from other people's mistakes. Someone was asking me a while back, but Doreen, you're not posting. Are you even an engineer? Are you working? I said, yes, I'm working. I can go to someone's site and someone tells me, Doreen, don't record my house. Don't record it. Don't do content on my property. I say, okay, it's okay. I respect that. Do you know why? Do you know? This person would tell me, I have countless video jobs in my phone. I'll send this person videos on a daily basis. This is the progress. This is what's done. This is what's missing. Can we make adjustments? Like every single day. Every day. I'm sending videos out to individuals who own this property. But their relatives don't know. They don't know. Sometimes we'll say, you leave Africa and you say, this is how some of you speak. These African people are just superstitious. We left them there, they're just backward, superstitious. They don't know. The world has left them. Yeah. Okay. I remember years ago, my mother told me, you don't know people's hearts. And because you don't know people's hearts, don't show them everything. Don't tell them everything. Yeah? Some things, but tell people when they've already happened. Achieve and tell them. Achieve and tell them. Don't tell people everything. Yeah? Especially when it is something that you've not yet done. It is something you're doing. Tell them later. Every single time, let me tell you, every single time I told people something that has not yet happened, it never happens. And if it happens, it goes wrong. I'm not even being superstitious on this. I'm just saying, sometimes people are not even witches, but the statements they make, the tongue, all your tongues can create. Someone can just say something, yeah? And before you know it, it has collapsed. Have you ever wondered why most of these couples that are public, they never end up together? 100%. They can even be together for even 5 years, even 6, 7, but they never last. It is not because they don't love each other, but some of them, they are being watched by people that hate them. Someone hates you so much, but they won't stop watching you. And they start cursing you. They start saying all sorts of evil things on your name. That one. What does she think? The internet is one of the best things that's ever happened to the human race, but it is also one of the worst things that has ever happened to the human race. The disadvantages of the internet are more than the advantages. Yes, contrary to what people believe, the disadvantages are more. Nonetheless, I hope you're okay. Anyway, I've overspoken today. That's like over what? 1 hour. Let me go and rest. I need to rest a bit. I need to get my hair done. Let me look for money. I think I'm finishing my hospital treatments tomorrow. Then I can now do other things. But I got discharged. Yes, I got discharged. I'm okay. I'm doing better. My health is coming back to me. I don't think I will die anytime soon. If I do, it will be fate. Yeah, but not. But I swear I was on Friday. I was sure. I maybe not sure, but I felt death. I felt death on Friday last week. Life is so funny. Life can end in just, you're gone. But you take care of yourselves. Stop trusting these people. You have limits. I know that sibling of yours is your favorite person, yes, but have limits. Keep some trust to yourself. Some things are better left unsaid, you know. Do the best you can and let the world sort the rest out. But I don't know. The world has gone mad and continues to do so. But you take care of yourselves. My hair is such a mess. I'll probably do my hair over the weekend. Let me look for money. Otherwise, take care of yourselves. I spread the message I needed to spread. See you soon. Talk soon, I guess. Big love and yeah, bye. Oh, I'm the one supposed to